Hey everybody, welcome to Skull and Gnomes. We're about to play Ball Pit, or Ball X Pit if you prefer. A super fun game from Kenny and Friends, I believe is who made it, and then published by Devolver. And right about now you're probably hearing the, where do I look? There or up there? Probably hearing the sounds of Amos Roddy. I think it's Amos Roddy. Roddy Amos did some Minecraft music and did the music for this game as well. And it's pleasant. It's nice. We're at the above places. This is the above ground area where you play this little meta game of building this village where you unlock characters. You know how it's played. You harvest wheat, stone, all that kind of stuff. Very interesting thing about this, though. Lots of thoughts. I have lots of thoughts on this little setup here. And I'm going to share them, though. Right now we can't harvest. We already did that, apparently, so we're going to play. And then I'll share my thoughts on this later. But for right now, after this round, stick around. It's going to be good. But for right now, we got to ride this little, I call this the Kevin Costner lift, the Costnovator, if you will, the Costlev elevator. The Costnovator is good. It's the Kevin Costner elevator because I'll tell you why. It looks like, well, who are we going to play with first? Well, we're going to play with the Warrior because I have not beat the Skeleton King with him, and I'd really like to do that. So we'll make sure we're on the Boneyard, and we'll play that. So now we get on the Costnovator because it looks like a set piece from Waterworld, the 90s, early 2000s. Mad Max, end of the world, dystopian, nuclear sort of thing movie with Kevin Costner. He's like a fish, and he's on like a raft, I believe. I don't believe he is on a raft. And then he has to find dry land. And that's it's a perfect tie-in to the time of year that we're at right now. First level up real quick here. Level up the spiky ball or pick up Ghost? Let's pick up Ghost. Because I'll tell you what, a little tie-in here. Kevin Costner in Waterworld, they do a Waterworld show at Universal Studios in Hollywood. I don't know if they do it at the Florida one. When you catch a special ball, automatically shoot 1 to 3 new baby balls in there. It just doesn't fire frequently enough. So let's pick up Dark and go that direction. Universal Studios, Hollywood, down there by Burbank and Toluca Lake and all those places. They have the Waterworld show, which is a stuntman show, which is why when the I'm hesitant to talk about Ryan Gosling, because every time I talk about Ryan Gosling while playing Ball Pit, bad things happen. But it is a stuntman show that they have there at Universal Studios called Waterworld, which was in Kevin Costner, which is what the elevator in this game looks like. It all ties back, you see? And when they did that, definitely picking up the war horn. When they did the Fall Guy movie with Ryan Gosling, who I'm hesitant to mention, he was out there. I don't think they changed the whole show for the Fall Guy. I don't think they like redid the script or anything like that, but he definitely made an appearance, which would have been quite something to see. I've never seen that. But another tie-in, when I'm playing this right now, it is Halloween's Eve or something. Halloween's tomorrow. And Universal does another fun thing. Pick up some speed there. I wanted to pick up that horn. They do another fun thing there called Universal Haunted Halloween Horror Nights or something. I always get the name wrong because I'm old and I don't bother to learn names anymore. I call them what I want. That's what you really like when you get into middle age. You've earned the right to just call things whatever you want. So young people are always like, man, they don't even know. They don't even know what this thing's called. They're so out of it. Your dad, your grandpa, I'm not a grandpa. Your dad is so out of it. But it's like, I've earned the right to not care anymore. I've earned the right to call it whatever I want to call it, and I'm calling it Universal Haunted Halloween Horror Nights. I think that's what it is called. Which ties into Halloween. How does that tie into Kevin Costner? How does that tie into Waterworld? Well, they turned the Waterworld show into a Purge show, which is like a scary movie series from possibly Blumhouse. Now we have a decision we got to make here. We can try to get 2 upgrades on what we got. We got a 2-3-3, or we can evolve. And we're going to evolve because that's going to free up a slot for us. It's going to merge 2 of our special balls together and make a super ball. Oh, and it's going to vibrate the control in a really annoying way. We got Phantom. That's what you would get. I don't know how good that was. But it did free up a slot, so now we can get another special ball in here, and we'll pick Earthquake, I think. So that's my whole thing about the lift in this game and why I call it the Kevin Costner. You can see our narrow rectangle has just become slightly more square-like, and that's because we have arrived at the first mini-boss. So we'll just put some stuff into the corner here and try to take down this guy. It would really be better, and I think you'll agree with me 100%, playing off of the Mad Max Road Warrior stuff. If this guy right here were in a band, maybe he is in a band, he just plays the sword. That's if he like smashes it against stuff. And then the guy behind him is obviously the lead, well, he's dead now, but he was the lead singer of that band. Let's go speed up, might as well. Oh, we'll go again. Oh, did you see it? The freaking stopwatch of boom. This freaking stopwatch of boom was there and I missed it. Would have made everything explode. It would have been grand and glorious. That was a terrible fission. Oh, I would have liked to see that. Are we only 2 on the spiky ball? I also like having the spiky ball because it looks very Road Warrior-y, so I think it's fitting with the current topic that we're talking about. I feel like this round's going slow. Do you think that's Ryan Gosling's fault? I do. He slowed down my whole game. I'm gonna read that next time we level that up, figure out what it actually does. If somebody could tell me what these little fun arrows do over people, that would be good. Alright. Let's fuse something else. Can we fuse Phantom with Earthquake? Is that possible? It is! How much fun! What an exciting... I feel like I'm completely vibrating the microphone with the controller. Alright, let's lead this. Phantom Earthquake, which sounds like a play that they would do in San Francisco. Okay, so it just does normal damage, then curse enemies on hit. Cursed enemies are dealt 200 300 damage after we hit 5 times. That seems excessive. I gotta be honest with you. That seems excessive. Let's go put some stuff in the corner here, and I'll tell you why that's a good idea. Because, get them right up in here. I find Ball Pitt to be delightful. And what should we go here? Increase area effect damage of Earthquake? I don't know. Probably not. Let's just get Earthquake first. I find Ball Pit to be delightful. When I first played it, I was a little bit worried that like it was going to be repetitive. And that's because in a roguelike like this where you can level up a little bit and make your character's base strength higher, the first couple of rounds are a little bit slow, and I was like, oh man, is this going to be repetitive? But then when the game gets going, after you get a little bit of a farm build, after you've leveled up a few characters, it just has such a nice balance of building out your balls, which, man, I am so sorry that just happened. There's no way I could have prevented it when you're sort of playing a game called Ball Pit. Building up your balls, that phrase is going to come out. It's not my fault. It happened. Let's see. Okay, we'll do bleed with Earthquake and get a bleeding Earthquake. And 11. Hey, we finally got pressure valve back. Finally. And now things will start going boom, and all is right with the world. So I don't remember what I was talking about. I got very excited by all of that. Once again, the rectangularly level becomes a square, and that means we're at the Road Warrior hood ornament. Little known fact, and because it's not really a fact, I made it up, but this guy's name's Gary right here. Gary the hood ornament. I guess he's a giant crossbow. I just now noticed that. I have faced this particular foe a whole bunch of times. He is a crossbow. I've been calling him a foot ornament. Huh. That kind of ruins it for me. I like to think of him as a foot ornament on a car. But that's okay. We're also getting quite a lot of build-up behind Gary here, and none of those will do, except for poison. So we have to put Gary down now, and we have to deal with this build-up behind him. Okay, that's good. We got a fission. Let's get 4. Can we even get 4? No, we can only get 1. Oh, fun. And then we can level up Earthquake. No, we don't have Earthquake. But we will get Laser Vertical, which is the cousin of Laser Horizontal, or probably even the brother of it. And it's a lot of fun for you because... Oh, no, this guy's going to hit me. It's a lot of fun for you because it's fun to look at. I mean, look at it. It's like a light show I'm giving you right here. Oh, Voodoo. Curse has a 10 chance of killing enemies. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I feel like we're doing some cursey stuff right now, so let's go for it. Yeah, the best way to deal with build-up like this, much like your drain or anything else, is that was a good vision, man. Is you want to go up the side. You want to build a little hallway on each side and then get as much bouncing as you can. There's a bunch of skills in this game that make bouncing not good, but generally speaking, you could go right up the middle here and then get some bouncy in here on the side, right here. Oh my gosh, I have another tip for you. Can you believe it? Definitely. Boom. Boom. But you want to build like a little hallway. That's what I do. I build a little hallway, and then I just like bombard that hallway with stuff. And so this one needs help. Oh my goodness, I could do this guy right here. That's my skill, and it's a lot like skee-ball. I'll tell you what a do is in a second. It's a lot like skee-ball, and a lot of you out there are thinking like, how is that like skee-ball at all? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not following. First of all, I didn't follow the water world thing at all. That was ridiculous. And I'm not following this skee-ball thing. Because here's the thing. When you go skee-ball, a lot of people, they try to go up the middle and put it in whatever, the 20, 30, 40, whatever it is. And that's fine strategy, but I think you'll have better luck, I really do, if you bump it off the side. We're getting elements now, which means we're maxed out on everything, which means we need to evolve so we can combine two balls together so we can open up a spot. So you're at Dave & Buster's, you're at John's Incredible Pizza, you're at Chuck E. Cheese, you're at Circus or something like that, and you're playing skee-ball. You don't go right up the middle like this, right, and hope that your hand and your wrist don't jack everything up and send the ball off to the side. You don't do that. You go up the side a little bit, you throw it in an angle, and just right before the little where it curves up, like right before it goes up into the rings, there's a little lip there. That's how the ball gets air, right? Right before that, I don't know how far before that, a foot, 12 inches, 18 inches, like the pros are still out on what the right distance is. But you just bump it off the side there, just like in this game. You bump it off the side, and look at all this damage. Like, look at how fast we're clearing this all out. I better go get this potion. Are we at the boss already? Oh. Well, I didn't get to talk about everything I wanted to talk about. I didn't get to do-si-do. I didn't do-si-do. I'm going to do-si-do this whole group right here and embarrass the heck out of them. You see how I'm going around the outside like that? Do you know how embarrassing that is for a skeleton in the underworld? When you, like, talk to your friends after you're dead and you're in, like, waiting to resurrect room or whatever, waiting to become undead again, re-undead, if you will, and you go, like, how did you die? Like, well, first the guy ran around the outside of me, and then he killed me. He do-si-do'd you? And you're like, yeah, he did. It's like, that's super embarrassing, and it's humiliating, and so I don't like to do it a lot. But it happened there because we're at the thing. All right, so the Skeleton King here. I don't think I have a great setup for taking him down, but I need to bounce these around the outside. Completely around the outside to hit his crown here. That's the game plan that we're into. Done virtually no damage. And that's all. He shoots these little things out of his mouth, and you're like, those aren't little things. Those are clearly Pepto-Bismol coated arrows, to which I would say, you are correct. You are very studious, you're an astute person, and you're good at observing things. There's a lot of heartburn in the dungeon. You might ask why that is. Why is there a lot of heartburn in the dungeon? Well, if you look closely, the next time mobs pop up, you'll notice that they're all writing something very peculiar. Like, what is that? What is that? Right, take a look. They're going to pop up here in a second. How's health doing? It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And then I just like to move up to try to get those things to bounce on his head. All right, so look at what they're writing in there. Those are clearly sourdough baking bread baskets. After you proofed your thing, or the first time you proofed it, you would put them in there, and your sourdough would rise, and then it would get textured like whatever the bottom of those things look like. Right now it's skeleton feet, but maybe in yours it's like a spiral pattern or something like that. So that's what they're writing in, and everybody knows that like sourdough bread can cause heartburn, clearly. And so the Skeleton King is, he's not trying to hurt you as much as he is trying to... I didn't even notice we're close. If I could stop talking. He's offering you Pepto-Bismol. There you go. Finally, with that guy. He's offering you Pepto-Bismol coated arrows so that you like, that you have a good dungeon adventure. You're not like complaining the whole time. You're like, oh, this Skeleton King causes so much indigestion. We'll go ahead and go back to the right up the Costner Evader, and we'll head back to the old. Well, here's the thing: is if you look, we just came up from the underworld, right? And if you look at this farm, this home where everybody's making their home, it's just completely walled in. It's very Helm's Deepian, if you will. It's a Helm's Deepian kind of thing. And so my thing is, skeletons, who we know love to climb walls, as do goblins, or they could ride up the Costner Evader, and if they came up here a bunch of the time, they would just look at it. They just have free reign access. You think these little fences? Let's zoom in. How do I zoom in here? Yeah, let's get a good look at this. You think these little fences are going to hold back a horde of skeletons? Like, all the supplies are on the outside of the fence. They're going to be well stocked when they try to break in. And you're stuck. Let's zoom out. So you're stuck in this Helm's Deepian sort of way where there's no way out. That's why when I start my campaign for mayor of Ball Pittville, this coming election cycle, the platform that I'm running on is Climb the Vote, ladders everywhere. And I'm just showing imagery of people just being, mauled by skeletons, and what would have happened if this whole pit had been lined with elevators. That's my plan. That's my campaign. I'm asking you, this election season, to climb the vote. Rung the vote, if you will. Rung the ladder, rung the vote. All right, shall we play the winter one? The winter one will go quick. We'll play the next level really quickly. Let's do some harvesting really quickly. Bring up the harvesting menu. Is there anything new we can build? No, there's nothing new we can build. That's fine. That's okay. We will run a real harvest. My village setup right now is terrible, but that's okay. We'll run them up here. And they're just going to go out and collect stuff. They run around. The number one rule for living in this city, and as a mayor, I don't intend to change this at all. To be honest, this is a campaign promise, if you will. You run in a straight line. Nobody is allowed to walk in an S. There's no rolling of your hips. There's no swaying back and forth. There's no jolly frolicking. None of that. Everybody here must walk in a straight line. I don't care which way the line goes, particularly, but it must be a straight line. That's really the only thing I'm trying to say. It's a tradition. All right, we're gonna head into and I think we'll take Achy Finger into the snowy shores, because he starts off with fire, I believe, and I don't feel like going in with ice is like a great idea because everybody there is already frozen in a bad mood to begin with. So right off the bat, you can see that the bread baskets are back, but this time they have some sort of like Yeti goat piercing maven kind of thing in it. I don't really know what. Let's try to get to the back row. That would be really great. Yeah, we'll get these guys from behind. You guys thought I was going to do-si-do those two at the bottom, didn't you? I could tell you that. It's okay. Let's go ahead and start off with the light show, because I feel like that's fun for everybody to watch. It makes like everything. I was like, wow, you're a lot farther along than you really are. That's what's going on right now. Once you beat a level like this, you can set it down to 12 minutes or 15 minutes. You can do a 12-minute run or a 15-minute run. It feels a little weird to me, and I'll tell you why. And that is because, like, I just don't feel like there's not much of a difference. I would prefer if it were 10 and 15. That would feel more right to me, I think. The other thing you'll also notice in this particular level is that they double stack now. In the first one, the first level, Boneyard, which is what we just went through, egg sack. In the first one, there's no stacking, and that's not the official word, obviously, in the Skeleton Kingdom. They call that bunk bedding, and for a good reason. And so those guys right there in the corner, up there in the upper right, these guys right here are bunk bedding, the other guys are bunk bedding. And you might wonder why that is, and I'll explain that to you right now. If you look really closely at the things that are shooting down at me, they're white, they're pyramid-esque shape, cylinder-shaped cone, I think is actually the appropriate term. I don't know why that escaped me. Yeah, Warhorn for sure. Already? Yeah, let's bundle up burn and vertical. Will it let me do that? Yes, it will, and we're gonna get a vertical burn. That's what I say when I'm on a Stairmaster. Every time I go to the gym, I get on the Stairmaster. I go, let's get that vertical burn. And everybody's like, you do Stairmaster? And I'm like, does it not look like I do the Stairmaster? I'm here every day getting my vertical burn. So the reason, I don't even remember what I was saying. I don't care. Something about bunk beds. Oh no, we were talking about the cones. Yeah, and my inability to identify basic geometrical shapes. Healing, random chance of healing on vampire right there. The reason why they have bunk beds is because if you look at these things closely, they're going to come out here. Somebody's going to fire some stuff at me. They're getting agitated. Let's go bouncy off the side. Skee ball rules apply, everybody. They're surprisingly docile right now. The stuff they normally sell when they're agitated. They're not upset now because they're baking bread. You can see these guys right here baking bread. Those guys right there baking sourdough bread in their little bread bowls there. Oh, why not? Why not get vertical? But normally they throw stuff at you, and we have to take care of this first little mini boss here. When we're gonna do the same strategy, we're gonna try to create little hallways, and then we're gonna put balls in between those hallways, right in that hallway right there. And that just does a lot of damage. We'll hit this one on the other side now. Try to get in between the cracks. That's what they say. It's good for cleaning your teeth. It's good for cleaning other things, I think. I don't know what those other things might be, but it's a smart strategy. Yay! Pressure cooker, or whatever it's called. Oh, we're gonna do-si-do the boss. Did you see that? You guys want to go for a double do-si-do? It's totally arrogant of me to double do-si-do the boss, especially when he's about ready to hit me. Haha! The do-si-do always embarrasses them. It's always completely embarrassing. And we'll go up on Vampire there and hopefully get a nice round of upgrades here. We didn't. Oh, we unlocked the blueprint. I was like confused there. There we go. They're firing stuff again so we can continue our story about that. If you look at those really closely, right? You'll notice that they're not really icicles, which is what you might have thought they were to begin with. They're clearly the tops of pine trees because these guys right here, when they bunk bed, like these guys are a prime example right here, they were decorating those trees and they just ripped the top of them. So they have to bunk bed in order to rip the tops of those trees off so that they can throw them at you. Balls that hit flaming enemies light on fire and deal 20 damage. That sounds fun to me. I don't know if it's useful, but I like when things light on fire. We're hoping to get to the... Was that enough of an explanation? I mean, look at all the bunk bedding that's going on up here. It's crazy. There should be a rule. Like Mama said, no more goats bunk bedding on the thing. It was like a terrible joke that didn't land. Health is looking pretty good, so maybe we'll try to save that for just a second. Knowing my luck will go screen. Oh, nice hallway on the right. Did you see that? Oh, we got Hurdy Mc... Can I get Hurdy McHat? Hattie McHurt people. The turret you wear on top of your head. I don't know if it's effective, but I feel like it's my friend. It's like a companion cube of doom that I wear on top of my head, and I like it. All right, time to pick up the thing. We definitely need to fuse two things together, and we will go with egg sac and vertical. There's no way it's going to let me do that. Really? What could this be? It's a vertical laser beam of eggs. Yeah, it's horrific. What a terrifying thing to think about. Everybody's Exploding, which is the name of my high school punk band. Not a huge band. We didn't do a lot of stuff, and then a lot of people thought we meant other stuff when we said Exploding. We're like, we're not juvenile. Like, that is a very serious band, but short-lived. Everybody's Exploding, playing down at the press club. Playing down at, what the heck was that place called? What do we pick up here? Just go with vertical again? At the Cattle Club, playing down at the Cattle Club. Everybody's Exploding. I feel like we're having a pretty decent run on this. This will be one of the first times I've gotten to the second mini boss. We need to open up a hallway here, get these bunk bedders dealt with. I'm gonna really get in here right now and just tear up these people right here. Quick do-si-do. Embarrassment. Boom! See? Every time it happens. Every time you do it, it's shame. It's a shame play. And then we have, I'll tell you what. This guy's clearly, He's clearly, you know, some kind of bad guy in a triangle, but he reminds me of somebody that you might see in the Ice Capades. Like a show, like a, you know, it's like a play and a dance and a singing thing, but everybody's wearing roller skates, or ice skates probably. What do you call ice capades that are done on roller skates? Is that such a thing? Roller capades? The wheel capades. That's what he reminds me of. He went down kind of easy, I felt like. Let's combine vampire and horizontal together, and we'll get the healing lasers of good times. And then we'll go poison. I don't know if that's good. I just know that I'm totally maxed out. I don't know what the end boss here is going to look like. I have no idea. Never been there. Haven't seen anything online. Only started playing the game like, I don't know, maybe a week ago, 4 or 5 days ago. And I just think it's delightful. And I think it's good for talking because there's lots to observe. I guess maybe it's not good for talking because, like this, if you wanted to read all this stuff all the time, like your stories would get totally interrupted all the time. Or maybe I just talk too much. That's probably actually more accurate. What is the hot Halloween costume this year? Do people even do that? Are there hot Halloween costumes? Everybody's dressing up as whatever. I feel like it hasn't changed in 100 years. Is it Taylor Swift? Is that the hot costume? Is that even a costume? I don't know. I know all of my kids go as obscure video game characters and things that I have to learn about the week before as we're buying cosplay stuff. Or that's when I learn about that kind of stuff. I feel like when I was young, we all went as like one of 5 things. It was like a fireman, a policeman, a superhero, or like a Saturday morning cartoon character, and that was it. And then there's like the anxiety around Halloween of like, what if I'm going to show up in a photo and I'm wearing the same thing as somebody else? It's super embarrassing. Worse than getting do-si-do, honestly. But now it's like, it's whatever fandom you're into, man. It's like whatever you're into, you can dress and somebody will know. And I remember like a couple Halloweens ago, it's Halloween tomorrow. In case you're like new, just joining us right now, you started this video and then immediately went halfway into it. I don't think I should have put tweet there. Halloween tomorrow, so we're talking about Halloween, but I remember one of my daughters, like a while ago, went as sort of an obscure video game character, and I was like, that's cool, nobody will know who she is. Like the 5th door we went to, the guy's like, oh, you're whatever from this game, and she's like, I am, and he's like, that's rad, and I was like, wow, I'm old and out of touch with reality, or just pop culture. I'm probably in touch with reality, probably more than my kids, but definitely out of touch with pop culture. So I'm hoping Ball Pitt is the big, I'm hoping Ball Pitt is the Minecraft. And it's just, this is what everybody's playing for the next 20 years because I like it. It's quick. Like I said, you can do the 15-minute levels and the, oh, something bad's about to happen. And the 12-minute levels, which I think they should go 10 and 15, just my personal suggestion. Here we go. First attempt at the boss. First chance. Let's see what it is. Is it Elsa? It might be Elsa. It looks like it's Elsa. I'm almost positive it is. Or it's the Demigorgon of Ice. Alright, bad things. Yeah, no, it is also. Thought so. 100%. Wow. Here's like a tip. Don't get hit by those things. Do you like that tip? It's a good tip. These guys are gonna hurt me if I don't take care of them. Now here's a tip though. The reticle speed, the speed at which this little line here moves around, it's kind of slow to start with. It was slow for me, and you would think like, oh, you could make that a skill up. You could make that like a special skill, like faster reticle. It's a free thing. You just go into the settings and you can get Blizzard like I just did. You can just go into the settings and make it as fast as you want. It's like a free upgrade. So start that every time. Oh, is she double deckering? Is she bunk bedding? What did I call that thing? I'm definitely doing damage. Wow. Not doing like a ton of damage, luckily. These things are fun. Can I just stand in one place and they don't hit me, please? Am I getting hit? I don't think I'm getting hit. I feel like the hitbox on the player is kind of forgiving when it comes to the boss stuff. Oh, right there. Yeah, I can only screw that up, I think, one more time. She is kind of bunk bedding, I think. Man, I got quiet. That's how you can tell I'm concentrating. I'm thinking. It's not a good look, me being quiet. It's not, me talking is not a good look either. So it's like a lose-lose situation here in the dungeon. I'm so nervous that's gonna hit me. It did hit me. Hey, look at that! How much fun! And we found the blueprint for the spaghetti factory for the villas, the Las Vegas villas. We're gonna get a guy in a gondolier and a gondola. Now we can have all of that in our little city. How much fun. And we got the snow trophy, and we can put this in our village and get some bonuses and stuff like that. So there you go. That is, that's some time. That's some time with Ball Pitt. A fantastically fun game that I enjoy playing and enjoy doing this, recording and playing as well. Check it out. Do all the things you do when you like a YouTube channel, which are just like enjoy it in private. Don't tell anybody else. Oh my gosh, my key light went out. How embarrassing. When did that happen? How terrible is that? I was so into it, I just noticed the key light went out. Ominous. That's disappointing. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about that now. You have a great day. Have a fantastic Halloween. The great thing about Halloween is it's always coming up. Even if you just had it, you can look forward to the next one.